If you don't do this, you are not going to be good in your martial art. Never. Otherwise, no chance. Hello and welcome to this new YouTube video here on the channel Kungfustehnics. My name is Chris, aka Kungfustehnics, and I'm a passionate martial artist, weightlifter and aspiring Hungarian instructor. So in this video we're gonna look at how you can structure a Kung Fu or martial arts workout, but we're gonna take it to a more traditional level. So without further hesitation, let's jump right into the stuff. So the first thing you have always with every workout, maybe in the gym, in martial arts, in a dojo, whatever, is the warm-up. So the warm-up is very important because here you prepare your body. So here the first thing in the warm-up that we do is we bring the heart rate up. This is very important because then the body is flooded with blood and is connected then to the muscles, and everything is nice and soft and not like you were sitting 14 hours in a chair in front of your desk. So here, first thing, bring heart rate up. Next, we start with rotating all the joints. So we start with, let's say, the ankles, the head, we go to the hips, the elbows. We have every joint that is rotated and then stretched, not vice versa. Very important here. So first move the joint, then stretch it, like this. So next thing that we do is cardio. Here we do a lot of push-ups, burpees, kicks, roundhouse kicks, run kicks, whatever, just to really push the limit. Then after this, like 15 minutes, you really should see your deity, your God, your Buddha, whatever, because you're done here. When you look at the fighting aspect of martial arts, when you fight with your breath, you can't fight an opponent at all. It's not possible. You fight with yourself and then you can't defend yourself. So we need to increase that lung volume that we can inhale as much oxygen as possible. And how we do that? With intensive cardio workouts. Let's move on to the next section. This here now is the technique section. When you look at, for example, boxing, they do a lot of these speed bag drills. In Kung Fu, we do a lot of movements that we just try to set a pattern that we bring in muscle memory. And this we do over and over and over and over for thousands, 10,000s of times, because then when it goes into muscle memory, you can then also do it on effect. So you don't have to think about it when doing it, and that is really important. I know you want to take your training to the next level and improve, so you should maybe consider here a follow, a subscription, and hit the bell to not miss any future content. So the next thing that typically traditional martial arts are split from modern martial arts is the form section. Because modern martial arts typically don't have this kind of training because they do other stuff. Like I explained with the speed bag, this is also kind of a taolu or a form, because it's a repetitive movement that is practiced over and over to set something in the brain and in the muscle memory. My instructor always says, so let's go, 10 minutes, everybody has its own space, and practice your form. So go from the first form you know to the second, practice every form once, and then go to the form that is your state of art. So then you go and practice your forms like this, and after 10 minutes we come together and then we can ask questions. So when you do this on your own, maybe you ask a friend, or maybe you can also record yourself, look at the footage after, and then you see, okay, here maybe I should adjust this, my hips, my knees, the alignment is not proper. This is an idea. So the next part here is really one of the most important parts. It's the application part. If you don't do this, you won't be good in your martial arts. No chance, no way. And I also don't get in an argument with you. It's not possible. Plain simple. So we can divide this section into 3 different parts. First, we have practicing drills with a partner. Like in Kung Fu, it's this here. Other people would say that's kind of light sparring. We do it also without gloves, because you stop in front of the opponent, maybe with a little touch, but not like full speed. So this here happens in like a set pattern. So it's not like free fight in an octagon or on a lei tie. It's pre-adjusted, so you know where the punch is coming from, you know what you are gonna do, because it's set. Second then is applying the technique. So once you have learned the technique, you get faster and faster and faster. And you can ask your partner, okay, let's try it with the other hand. Let's try it, maybe you move a little bit around, but still know that the punch is coming from there. You have to do this. It will result in that. Or it should result in that. And then the third part, most important I think in my opinion, is the free fight, because now you're no longer in a set pattern. So you don't know the punch is coming straight to the face or it's an uppercut. You don't know it, so you don't know how you can react. You don't have that preset mindset. So here the repetition that we talked earlier is coming in place, because now you don't have the time to think, because the punches or the kicks are coming way faster than your brain is able to process that. So last but not least, we come to the point that is mostly misunderstood in the martial arts community, in my opinion, because a lot of people miss out on this completely. It's strength and conditioning. So I called it building the body, which comes from bodybuilding, obviously, but it really is that. Because think about this, what determines your ability to punch harder? What is involved in punching? It's the muscles. Because the muscles drive your fist forward and backward. So when you go on this process, if you have stronger muscles, the punch is going to be harder. Well, we don't have to talk about like a bodybuilder like Jay Cutler or whatever, 140 kilos or so, then you're going to be limited on other levels, but a certain amount of muscle is a huge advantage, and every one of the old masters knew that, because when you look at old pictures you see barbells and dumbbells, so even the old ancient masters trained with those things. So don't miss on that. What we do here in our Kung Fu school is we do like a HIIT training workout. So we do 100 push-ups, then we do 100 squats, and we do 100 back extensions. So you have more or less all body parts trained with compound movements and very time efficient. You can also do, if a possibility for you is to hang from somewhere, do pull-ups, do push-ups, do all this stuff. It is important and you will benefit big time from this, really, I promise you. And if it's maybe an option to get a set of dumbbells or maybe some resistance band for your class or for your own, do this. External resistance is always a good idea, because when you start with a martial art or with bodyweight training, you're going to make progress, because when you didn't do something, the impact is going to be huge. But then you really fast come at a stage where you don't progress any further because you lack external resistance. And that's where the weight comes in. You need to move heavy weight from A to B to get stronger, plain and simple. So let's sum everything up for you that you can structure now your program better. First, we have a warm-up to prepare the body. Then we have intensive cardio to increase the lung volume, so to prepare to fight. Third thing is the technique, where you learn every technical aspect of your respective martial art. Next then is forms, for example, speed back, as I explained, or maybe on a heavy back, like punching combos, or in Kung Fu with your own minds, doing like katas, this kind of stuff. Number 5 then is application. So grab yourself a partner, call a friend, hey, I need your help, can you redo this and that? Very important, you need to use a partner to learn a martial art, otherwise no chance. You're going to be delusional and maybe following a cult or something. And then last thing, please don't make the mistake, don't miss that out, is conditioning and weightlifting. So here somewhere around you should find some other videos that you maybe need to check out, because you want to deepen your knowledge and take your training to the next level. Yeah, you know it. And you should also consider a little follow here, it's for free, hit the bell to not miss any future content.